right, here we are out in the middle of Red Rock. I'll show you some of it here. I'll just do a little spinny. And this is one of my favorite places in the whole world to be. And this is my favorite trail that we're on currently. This is about a 6.5 mile trail. Day 5 now, yay! Almost a quarter of the way done with this thing now. So for breakfast, I just had a banana, and then I'm gonna have a mandarin orange on the trail as well. But it's not really on the plan, but I just need a little more calories for this particular hike because it's a lot of elevation gain and it's long. So I'll be eating a little bit extra today to make up for it. But back on the exact plan as soon as I get home later on. Okay, we just finished. We're back at the car. It was a very interesting hike. Actually, we ended up picking up a hiker on the way. He was a little ill-prepared, and he didn't know how to get to the trail, so we towed him all the way, almost like 5 miles, 4.5 miles or something. And it was a really good conversation. He was very nice. He was like a jiu-jitsu guy, so it was cool. We're done. I'm going to eat the orange on the way back, and then I shall resume normal food intake once I get home. Bye! Breakfast is some cooked oatmeal. This is actually really, really yummy. It's very similar to the first day's breakfast. It's just cooked oatmeal plus some apple, raisins, and walnuts. Super delicious, and I get to eat more quickly today because it's only 11. It's already 11:30, so I get to have breakfast now, and I get to have lunch pretty soon, and then dinner shortly after that. So, but my hike, that hike is pretty intense. A lot of calories burned and stuff, so I'm probably gonna be pretty hungry today. So I welcome the fact that I get to eat a lot very soon. Lunchtime, day 5. Very excited about this one. It's hearty. It's this is kind of like it's a bean mix plus avocado, and I wanted to have some tomato and red pepper, red onion in it because I wanted it to be kind of like guacamole but with beans in it. You get all of this, and then you wrap it in butter lettuce leaves. Like, just put some into it and roll it into like little burritos. I'm really excited about it. I know this one's going to taste really good and be very filling, especially since my big hike earlier. And yum. Okay, here's one of them that I made. Just put the little bean mixture in there, and you can just roll it up like this and eat it like a burrito. Super yum. Tastes really, really good. Something I've been thinking about lately is the timing of how I do everything. So I typically have breakfast around 9. Then lunch around, I start to get hungry around just by 11:15 or so. Then I'll have lunch around 12 or 1. I just hold out, and then I cook, and then I eat it. And then I have dinner. I start cooking around 4. Then I eat around 5 or 5:30. So it's not spaced out a lot. And I was just thinking that if you work, it would be a little bit difficult. I think you'd have to get through the hunger stuff, or else if you could eat at your desk. I think it's a little bit complicated with that because I work from home, so it's easier for me to eat when I feel like I need to eat or whatever. So that's just one thing I was thinking about. You kind of have to think through what works for you as far as when do you get cravings, when do you get hungry, are you able to eat at work, can you eat right when you get home from work, that sort of thing. If I had to work, I would be using techniques that I learned in the Beck Diet Solution. I'll put that link down below again, which really helped me to get through periods of hunger. But the thing is, as I'm eating this food, I'll make like the bean avocado butter leaf burrito things I just made. They're amazingly delicious, so good. I couldn't get through all the mixture though. I couldn't get through all the bean mixture, and I had like a handful left of it, and I just couldn't eat it. Some of that comes from being full and it being actually full, actually stuffed to the brim with a lot of fibrous, wonderful stuff. And then some of it comes from what am I trying to say? So it fills you up, you get the nutrients, you get enough bulk. Oh, but also it's that it doesn't taste like a candy bar, and it doesn't taste like fettuccine alfredo, and it doesn't taste like a burger. So you don't want to eat 5 of them and just keep eating because you're not getting enough nutrients or fiber. You get sick of eating. You're just like, okay, I've had enough. which is how eating should be. And that's the thing I learned when I first started doing this stuff like 3 years ago. It's not overstimulating to your brain. It doesn't like overstimulate your taste buds and your brain, so once you are done eating and you've had enough for that meal, you don't want any more. You actually just are like, I've had enough. But the first 10 or 15 bites are like, oh my God, this is amazing, gotta have more. But by the time you get full, you actually get full and you're done, which I think is amazing. And I wanted to just tell you about that thing that always comes up when I eat every single time, every meal now. It's like I feel the same thing. Like in the very beginning, I'm so excited about eating. And then by the middle of the meal or 3/4 through the meal, I'm like, oh, I've had enough. And I usually just quit early because, it's not like eating a burger where you have to eat the whole thing because it just tastes so amazingly amazing, completely like overstimulating your taste buds and giving you way too much salt and sugar and amazingness and oil and stuff like that. You actually can just be like, I'm done, cool. So that's something to look forward to if you're going to try this too. Bye. All right, dinner is served. It is a creamy kale and mushroom casserole. Actually looks really good. Let's see what we got. I'm anticipating it not filling me up because the girls only get one portion and boys get a double portion, so I'm gonna have a bunch of water with it too. Here's what it looks like. It looks delicious and it's got nice creamy sauce. I added some nutritional yeast to it so it would have a little more cheesy flavor. So let's go. It's super delicious. I'm surprised. I love it. It's really good. It's a little bit spicy. And yeah, it calls for artichoke hearts, but I couldn't find any frozen ones. So I used Brussels sprouts, frozen Brussels sprouts instead. It's delicious. Score. And here lies the remains of a fruit cup that we shared for dessert. Here's my recap for day 5. So I lost 1 entire pound yesterday, which was amazing. Now it is day 6 and I am down 4.2 pounds. I'm at 123 right now, which is I haven't seen this weight in over 2.5 years. The last time when I first met my husband, I weighed about this much. And as we started dating, I got down to like about 122 for a while, and then it was up for a while. And then back down, and then up, and then back, and now I'm back down again. So it's really exciting because I'm starting to see definition in my body that I haven't seen for a long time. And the other major thing, which I talk about a lot in my video tomorrow, is about portion size and how I'm really learning how much I'm supposed to be eating. It's amazing. And it's actually amazing to understand what the feeling is when you get full or when you have had enough versus what I used to fill up to, which was way more than you're supposed to have. So it's kind of really cool actually to be learning that. So down a pound today. It's been a whole pound just because I did that really hard hike yesterday. So I burned a lot more calories, but I did stick to the meal plan, except I had an extra banana. I have to hold, this is like, okay, my arm hurts. I had an extra banana and a mandarin orange. So those are the only extra calories I took, and so I ended up losing that whole pound. The meals were really, really good. So I really liked breakfast. I'm trying to think of what I had for lunch. One sec. Oh yeah, okay, so I had the black bean lettuce bundles for lunch. Those were awesome. I really liked those. I couldn't even eat all of them. I had one little bit left that I was going to give to my husband, but he didn't end up having it either. So I may actually do some leftovers today. We'll see, because I have a few different meals, like the chickpea curry thing and then the black bean bundles. I still have a little bit left over, so we'll see what happens. But the meals were really good, and the creamy kale and mushroom casserole was superb. And I thought of a few ways I could make it really awesome too when I adapt it later down the road. So I really, really liked that meal. And as I said, I was surprised at how much it filled me up. It was really, really good. And I have one serving left over, so I can have that maybe with a bunch of my leftovers. So let's see, what else? Well, that's all I can think of for day 5. That means I'm a quarter of the way done already, and I'm feeling amazing. I feel so good. I've lost a great amount of weight. I mean, I'm down to a weight I haven't been in 2.5 years. That's really exciting. And I'm just going to keep going. I notice that some of the meals repeat during the next few days. So that's cool too, because then I know how to make some things and whatever. I was hoping that this is going to be all completely original meals, but it's not. But that's okay. They repeat the good ones, so so this is going to be really yummy. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and tune in tomorrow for day 6.